You had a video on how to avoid paying taxes legally, so I figured we might as well talk about it again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it. What do you got?
So first and foremost is to open up retirement investment accounts. So things like a 401k or an IRA or a Roth 401k and a Roth IRA are a really easy way to avoid taxes legally, right? In a 401k or an IRA, the money you put into that account is tax-free. You get to save on your tax bill this year. In the future, when you take money out, you'll have to pay taxes on that. But hey, you're only paying taxes on one end of that transaction. On the flip side, a Roth 401k and a Roth IRA, you pay taxes on the front end, but when you take that money out, free of charge. So again, you're only paying taxes one way or the other. I would say another really mindful way is to write off your mortgage interest. So obviously when you go out and get a mortgage, you are paying interest for the pleasure of borrowing that money. And if you're itemizing, you're able to write off some of that interest. So it's just like a little nice to have. There are certainly some amazing tax credits that you can take if, I don't know, I was looking at your keys earlier, but like if you go and get an electric vehicle, you can get a $7,500 tax credit.
Yep.
And that's great savings. That's avoiding taxes legally. And I think people need to remember that the tax code is written in a way that incentivizes, back to the Charlie Munger statement, like incentivizes you to do certain things. Our, country wants us to be more green. It wants us to save for retirement and invest for retirement. Because guess what? If you don't, who has to take care of you? The government. They don't want to do that. They want you to have your own money. So that's why they're incentivizing you to do that. They want people to be homeowners. That's why you can have some of that written off. If you are a small business owner, you can write off and essentially get a tax break on expenses because they want people to start businesses and write off things like office space or travel or business meals. And again, these are all ways to avoid taxes legally, but it allows you to also do something that Uncle Sam wants you to do.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. It's the tax code actually incentivizes people to do things. So businesses, real estate, and all that, right? Like the more you do, the more tax incentives you get.
Correct.
What's in your portfolio right now, and what are you most excited about in your portfolio as well?
Listen, people want to hear that like there's something really exciting. It's pretty boring. I am consistently invested in index tracking ETFs. I've got some target date retirement funds in my, retirement accounts. I think the only thing that is more exciting, a little bit riskier, because again, I'm still in my 20s. Like I'm young. I've got time to take some risks.
Yeah.
My fiance is employed at a private equity fund. So we are making some co-investments. For the most part, still the vast majority of our money is in public equities.
Yep.
And, I think that's how it really should be for most people. It's just like that's slow and steady. There isn't some specific stock or ETF that you're going to buy and tomorrow suddenly you're a millionaire. Like that doesn't work like that.
It's funny. I don't know if your parents did this, but growing up, they would always be talking about these random stocks. I was like, you guys don't know anything about these companies. And they're just buying and they're just trading, right?
It's like going to your your auntie and uncle's house, which by the way, we're not related to. And they would literally play Mahjong, gamble, and then talk about random stocks. And I'm like, none of you have ever actually researched any of this. Yeah. So I think, in Chinese culture, the concept of like luck and gambling is like a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of our parents and our older family members attribute investing to luck and gambling, which if you're actually a responsible investor, it's not anything like gambling.
I actually never thought of that perspective before. It's like they're going to gamble to talk about gambling.
Literally. Yeah. Like everybody loves to Mahjong.
Yeah, totally true.